Monday. If you don't know me, I'm Camille. I go by Millie. And on this channel, I basically started on Mondays and I give you guys great motivational tips to start your Monday. Today, I am going to be giving you 3 very important steps that can help you higher your self-esteem. Self-esteem is very, very important, and I know a lot of people tend to struggle with that, and that's something that I've struggled with myself, and I've used these 3 things in my life and they definitely helped. So if you're interested in finding out the 3 things that I've used along my journey to help me with my self-esteem, then keep on watching. All right, so let's jump right into it. Number 1, my relationship with God, okay? My relationship with God is number 1. When my relationship with God got closer, my self-esteem literally shot through the roof. I cannot stress it so much how important it is to have a relationship with the Lord, because the closer that I got to the Lord, I realized that He loves me unconditionally under any circumstance. No matter what I do, no matter who I am, He's gonna forgive me. He always loves me, and He always wants to give me everything that I could ever need. God has always had my back, for every single thing. Like, where can you find that? Nowhere. Once I realized that, my whole life literally changed. It changed, and it's so amazing because I have a moment in my life where not too long ago, you guys, not too long ago, I was praying really hard, and I got up, I looked in the mirror, and I just looked deep into my eyes, and I told myself how amazing I was, and I felt so loved in that moment in my prayer session. I was just touching my body, and I was just like, oh my God, like, who is this person? Like, I love this person. This person is a great person with a big, beautiful heart. I'm so loving. I'm so forgiving. I put people first. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect by any means. But, oh yeah, by the way, my daughter is back here napping. My baby is sleeping, and I didn't want to wake her up. But yes, that moment happened in a prayer session. So obviously that lets you know that God is real. God loves us. It has helped me love myself, because if God could love me for who I am and what I am, then I have to love me for who I am and what I am. And that moment completely changed my entire life. I really looked myself in the mirror, and it kind of felt like, I just felt like, oh my God, I was looking deep into my eyes, and I was just like, this person is amazing. And I felt amazing. Like, it gives me goosebumps. And I felt worthy, and I felt so good about myself. I was so proud of myself for where I've come, for myself, for my children, and I could ramble all day, but it felt really good. And that's number 1. God is number 1. That's what's helped me with my self-esteem. Number 2 would be to overcome limiting beliefs, okay? Overcoming limiting beliefs. And knowing that I have number 1, it has helped me to overcome limiting beliefs. So a limiting belief is basically a made-up belief that we tend to have about ourselves, about our self-identity, that is not necessarily true. It could be from lots of different things. It could be from the environment that we grew up in. For some people, some people grew up in, environments, and that can affect the thoughts that they have about themselves. So they have limiting beliefs because we weren't born into this world coming in here thinking that we can't do anything. Like, I can't do this because of this, or I can't do this because I'm this. We were brought into certain beliefs. So we tend to take those beliefs and we go through our life with those beliefs, and then they manifest into our life. And if they are bad beliefs, then they manifest into bad things. If you have great beliefs about yourself, then they manifest into great things. So clearing out limiting beliefs is great, because you can kind of sit and analyze yourself. and understand that you are great, you are important, you are powerful in so many ways. Like, you have to understand that. Once you get closer to God and once you understand that, you're able to kind of go down the list of how you can improve your self-esteem, because you'll have reasoning and you'll have guidance. And who doesn't want that? A limiting belief can really hurt your self-identity as well. A lot of the time, a lot of our limiting beliefs come from I'm talking loud. Our limiting beliefs can come in from everyone that we kind of come in contact with. So if you're coming in contact with people, and you're in relationships with people, or anything like that, the people leave imprints in our life. Now, either they can leave a positive imprint in your life, or they can leave a negative imprint in your life. And for some people, this video would obviously be for the people that are suffering from people that have left negative imprints in your life. Because if you're dealing with a person that was negative to you in some type of way, thoughts of that person can get into your head, which would cause you to feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough because of this person. But those were those person's thoughts that were put into your head, so those are limiting beliefs. So then going on in your life, you start to feel like you're not good enough to do certain things because of this, and that, and those are limiting beliefs. So there are ways to block out and get rid of those limiting beliefs, and that's a whole nother situation. So the key is to get rid of those limiting beliefs and to understand what they are, because those are thoughts and they're not true. You can always alter your thoughts to change them. If you have limiting beliefs, you can obviously change it to positive, because the more you say it to yourself, and that's why affirmations are completely important. I actually talked about that in my last video. But that goes to talk about life in general. Affirmations, telling yourself what you are, and if you have to fake it until you make it, that's fine. Thought was placed in your head, so why can't you start to place positive thoughts in your head about yourself, and then eventually it will manifest into something great, and you will literally start to feel these things about yourself, and then you'll be able to look in the mirror and actually have these experiences and feel great about yourself. Like, why isn't that possible? It's greatly possible. If it can happen for negative, it can happen for positive. So affirmations are great. If you know the powerful meaning behind I am, that's even in the Bible. It goes back to number 1, God, I am. Anything that comes after I am is powerful. So whatever you say after I am is what you are and what you will always be. So start by saying, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am whatever it is that you feel like you need to be. You need to start with I am, a positive affirmation. Do not say I am negative anything, because you are always going to be that. You will always attract that, and you'll always attract those type of people. And that's just a whole nother story. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 3 is something that I've actually done, and that would be to write a letter to a person or whatever it is that you're going through. Address the letter to whatever that is, and in the letter, okay, for instance, I did it for myself. I had a letter that I wrote, and I just wrote to the person like, dear so-and-so, thank you so much for treating me like garbage, because now I know what it feels like to not be treated like a piece of shit. Or thank you so much for, talking to me like I was worthless, that I was actually writing down in the letter so you can kind of get what I'm saying. Did all that. And I thanked him for the negativity, but then I told him with a positive as to now I'm this. And then I signed off the letter and I burned the letter. And as I was burning that letter, I felt like I was letting go of all those things that I was holding on to, because I was going through it. Like, there was a time in my life when I was repeating that sad story to anybody that would listen. Like, I was this, and I went with this, and I was this, and I went through this. Like, I decided to change and alter my life. And you have to if you want change. So I did that, and after that, it was a wrap. Like, it's still a wrap, and it's still a great journey, and that's a whole nother story. I got so many stories. Anyways, so yes, write a letter to whatever it is that you're going through. Burn the letter, and it's like a mind thing. You see the letter burning, and you're just like, it's gone. Like, it's done. It's to dust. I no longer have those feelings. I'm no longer holding on to that past relationship or that past whatever it was that was one time holding you down. You've seen it burn in your head, and eventually you're just like living your life, and you're just like not even thinking about those things, because you're just like, oh, I I wrote that off a long time ago. I burned that. That's done deal. So yes, it's worked for me. It's great. Those are 3 important things. Those are three great things that you should really use to help higher your self-esteem, because it's worked for me. And yeah, like, it's still a process because you're always going to be hit with things in certain people. But once you raise your vibrations and you get on that level, you'll attract certain people into your life, and you won't really have to worry about those type of things because you'll be on a different type of level. But until then, thank you so much. You guys have been so great and supportive on my last video. You guys are wonderful. I love you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching so much. I will put all my information down below if you want to keep in contact with me. Thank you so much for joining me with Mondays with Millie. I will be back next Monday with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Hugs, and now go be great.
I feel again, we're bringing this back to life. We're picking up